And I start to look at these quarterbacking situations here. And, you start with the Jets. What happens? We have this influx of first-round draft picks, potential first-round draft picks. But then I've got guys like Matthew Stafford and Matt Ryan, Jimmy Garoppolo, Mitchell Trubisky. These waves of quarterbacks, it keeps happening. We always say, boy, we haven't seen this in a long time. Here's another wave that's coming. And we thought the wave last year was big and lasting, and it probably will be. But what do you expect to happen with some of the veteran quarterbacks?
Yeah, last year was a weird anomaly, I thought, because you had Brady and Rivers and legit quarterbacks changing teams. We're going to see more of that this year. So here's my early read on the situation.
Okay.
I have a hard time imagining that Stafford or Matt Ryan gets traded because think about it. The trades happen in March. That's when you get the value. That's when you clear the salaries, figure out what you can use in free agency. Trades happen in March. The Lions and the Falcons are not going to know who their quarterbacks are in March. They'll probably know in April during the draft, but they're not going to know in March. So I don't think either of those guys gets traded now because you're not going to trade him without knowing who the answer is. Is it possible Garoppolo gets traded? I think it's possible. They came out and said yesterday that they expect him to be back. I would say we'll see. I would expect him to be back unless they get a better offer or a better answer, like all of us. And then, Carson Wentz, I think there's a real chance he gets traded as well. Indy would be a really good option for him. But, we're going to see a lot of movement and a lot of needs. What are the Saints going to do at quarterback next year? That's a big question, too. it's going to be a very interesting offseason.
Wait, you don't think they're sold? That Sean Payton's not sold on who's Drew's replacement?
I would just say, and I don't want to get an angry call from Sean Payton. My guess, based on my eyeballs and what I know, is that they will probably be looking for a quarterback next year to complement Taysom Hill, who they also love. They love him. I know they love him, but I'm not sure he's the quarterback in the future there.
He's not a starting quarterback.
I just know when I talk to defensive coordinators, head coaches, general managers watching Taysom Hill, they were intrigued, but they were definitely not sold.
Oh, I'm intrigued, but I think Jameis Winston is more of a NFL quarterback, and hopefully he got this, hands-on tutorial from Sean Payton and Drew Brees, and maybe that'll help his judgment when he gets on the field.